Good morning, CVPers. What's going on? It is Friday. Woo! Okay, as you can see, it should be in the descriptions. Uh, Openings and chem dump. What do we do when we open a pool and it's green? Okay, here you can see, obviously you can see the bottom. You can see that there is a tint of green, and that is from all the little leaves dropping and whatnot. Okay, there you can see the bottom. You can see the bottom steps right over here. And I can see the bottom of the pool. Here you can see this. It's not a ledge, but that's where the dirt rested from the wall. So I can see all the way to about right here. And right here is about where the break is, what we call the break, where it goes down to the deep end. Okay, we can't see anything down here. We don't know if there's branches down there. We don't know if there's, a dead animal down there, whatever might be down there. And granted, this is not a liner pool. It is concrete. But when we can't see the bottom of a pool, we do a chem dump. And since it's supposed to be cold temperatures next week, what we are going to do is we're not even going to open up these lines. We're going to keep everything plugged, and we're going to dump the opening chemicals in. If we have any extra on the van, we'll put the extra in. And then what we will do is we will tell the customer to contact us when it's all clear. And then once it's all clear and we can see everything, then we'll come back and we'll take out all the plugs, and then we will start the system up and get it vacked. That's for the pool's safety, peace of mind for the customer, because like I said, even though it's a concrete pool, it's not like we're going to rip anything going across it with our vac. But if there's stones down there and they're small enough, they'll get sucked up by our vac and into our pump. Because normally what we do is we use our external pump and we do a vac to waste, which is why we always tell our customers to make sure that the water is above the skimmer line. Not the skimmer line, above the top of the skimmer. Okay? Which is right there. We always tell everybody to fill it up all the way to the top. That way, when we vac it to waste through our pump, the water level is still good enough that we can start the system. Hello to whoever is on. It is not telling me who's on here unless you throw up a comment. So yeah, I mean, not only does it protect the customer and the pool, it protects us as well. Because if there's something down there that could possibly scratch the surface, we don't want to scratch the surface of their pool. Okay? It sucks because now we got to make sure we have time to fit them in for the rest of their opening. In the case of this, and I know we were talking about this. Yo, what's up, Pop? What's going on? Now, Gary already has all the plugs in the system. Okay, so nothing's going to be coming. Well, it's open here, but because we have the plugs in the pool out there, nothing's going to be coming back here, and none of that nasty green water is going to be coming back into here. And since the water looks the way it looks, and he has a cartridge, a DE filter with grids, we would not run that through their system, because then what we would have to do is take those grids out, wash them off, and then put them back in. We always clean these off at closing time, so we know those are nice and clean. And once the water gets cleared up, we will use our external pump. That way, nothing gross is going to be going through their system. Now, had the rest of the pool looked like this, we would still be able to vac it because I can see. And then it would just be a matter of putting the chemicals in and letting it clear up and then starting the system. But anytime the water looks like this, we don't ever run it through the system, ever. Here I can see here, but I can't see the bottom here from the break on. So again, that's what we do when we have, and we close this. We did close rather early for them, so we kind of already knew it was probably going to look like this. And I'm just going to touch on a little something. And what we'll do is, if they have, well, even if they don't have any tabs, what we'll do is we'll get our tabs from the van and we'll put them in their floaters, because that's going to help big time. And quickly, when it comes to a situation like this, even though it's a chem dump and we have to return, we still take your payment out. We were still here. We still did most of the opening, and we still put our chemicals in. And the time and the chemicals is what the service is. So just because you have a pool and it opens up like this, we're not going to take the payment out until it's done. No, that is not the case. We still take the payment that day. So we're gonna get off of here. We're going to, oh, and I want to touch on something else, as a matter of fact, regarding covers. Okay. Now, even though they have a pretty big area out here, the cover is huge. And as you can see, we do not have a big enough area where we can lay out the whole thing to actually hose it off. But luckily, there was not a whole lot of stuff on the cover. I pretty much got all this and all this over here off by sweeping it off. Okay? So I sweep it off enough where it is good and clean. And then once we have it folded, we let it sit here and dry until we are done. And then we fold it up and put it wherever they ask us to put it. When we have an area where we can actually have the whole thing off and spread out, that's when we clean it off, if it needs cleaning. So I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. We're going to fill these floaters up, get everything back where it belongs, and we will catch y'all on the next situation. Pop, you have a good day. And whoever else is on here, you have a good day as well. After here, we're going to go and try to finish up a sand change and a plumbing job. Be safe, everybody. Have a great day.